Welcome to 13 Now. I'm Sabrina Dami, and this is your afternoon update here on July 6th on this Wednesday. And we start with the latest on the investigation into the death of a woman in Albany, Dominique Ely. We covered this story for the past couple of days. She was shot in broad daylight over the weekend. Dan Levy spoke with her parents exclusively, and he is following up on this story today. He is in the newsroom working on his story right now and taking a minute to speak with us. Dan, you're digging into this interview a little bit more, speaking with both her mother and father yesterday.
Yeah, that's right, Sabrina. And this is a continuing tragedy, the depths of which is really difficult for anyone to imagine. Debbie and Gary Ely are hurting deeply tonight. When I asked Dominique's mother how she's able to wrap her head around such a tragic, life-altering event, she told me, "You can't." And she says, the pain really never goes away. Now, what's helping Debbie cope with this unimaginable tragedy of losing her daughter is her deep religious faith. As I reported yesterday, Debbie found out about her daughter's murder on social media. Then Gary found out about it when he was in Indianapolis, and he flew in there to be with his family, to grieve with them. Now, their
Just
daughter
flew in yesterday, right, Dan? Just flew in yesterday.
That's correct. Yesterday morning, that's right. And, their daughter was gunned down Sunday afternoon near the corner of North Pearl and Livingston Avenue in Albany. And as of now, and I just checked in with Albany police a little while ago, no arrests have been made. According to Debbie, police have told her that they're working diligently on the case, that they're doing everything they can to find the killer, and that they are hot on the trail. And again, Debbie is relying on her deep religious faith to carry her through this nightmare. And here's part of what she told me in our exclusive interview.
So that's where our family is at this point. You know what I mean? Not to be judgmental or minimize the person who murdered my daughter, but at the point, we are leaning on the God of our understanding that we know through the healing and His mercy and grace that our community will be okay and our family will survive.
Dan, something that struck me, right? Something that struck me in some of the sound that you shared yesterday, and I think this explains a little bit more, is their faith is really helping them, because what a tremendous loss, but they both seem still so composed and strong right now.
That's very true. Let me also add that I've known both Gary and Debbie for about 40 years. Went to school with Gary. He was a teammate of mine in college. I can sense that, he's in shock, as anybody would be. They're busy planning Dominique's funeral. The viewing will be held Saturday morning from 9 until 12 at the Metropolitan Church on 2nd Avenue in Albany. Gary told me that his daughter's coffin will be carried and transported on a horse-drawn carriage. He really wants to celebrate her life, a remarkable life of a 27-year-old who was an accomplished hip-hop artist. She had dreams and aspirations of owning her own production company someday. Of course, that'll never come to pass. And there's also reward money for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the killer. It's up to $10,000. Some put up by a local church, and Gary actually put up $5,000 of his own money, hoping that they see justice at the end of this. And again, police are continuing to work diligently on this. It's a full court press, and as of right now, no arrests. And we'll certainly stay on top of this, Sabrina.
That's right. And we'll, of course, hear more of that interview starting live at 4. Dan, thank you for taking a moment to talk with us from the newsroom right now and update on this exclusive interview that you have. We'll talk to you at 4 o'clock. Something else happening right now, some sunshine after a day of rain yesterday. Let's bring in meteorologist Paul Cayano. He is in the Weather Center in our studio. And what a turnaround, Paul, from yesterday.
Yeah, a lot nicer out there today, Sabrina. Like you said, some sunshine. It's kind of been a slow process. It's not full sun yet, but certainly a big step in the right direction from all that rain.
Yeah, you can feel it change because the humidity all of a sudden picked up. And it started feeling like that sticky kind of, what do you call it? Pea soup or something like that?
Mugginess. You take the pick, the sultriness, right? I don't think we're there yet, but I know you like that word. We really haven't had a lot of that this season. And now, Bob, we're going to talk to in a couple minutes. We were talking today in the Weather Center, and we really haven't had any real intense heat and humidity yet. And now we're into July. So We're going to look for that, but it just hasn't been out there. In the meantime, check out behind me, CDPHP first warning cam out of Amsterdam shows those breaks in the clouds and some sun coming through, but still a fair amount of clouds and spots, up to 73 degrees right now. So it's climbing, certainly higher than it was yesterday with all that rain, mid-70s, like likely and common throughout the region here. Schaghticoke, 76, 71. Voorheesville, 75 out in Steventown. Everyone's dry on the first warning live Doppler radar. Couple of sprinkles, maybe enough to dot the windshield, and that would be about it. Otherwise, all that stuff from yesterday gone. You can see the thicker clouds are moving out, drier air flowing in from Canada. So I think by the time we get to mid to late afternoon, we're going to really start to see that sun come back. Probably a beautiful sunset tonight. Going to set us up for a good-looking evening. Maybe a little bit of fog late tonight. Tomorrow, a good amount of sunshine mixed with some clouds, but it's going to be dry and sunny for the day on Thursday. We're watching a little disturbance for Thursday night and Friday. You see the cloud build up here. 1 or 2 showers possible on Friday, but I don't think this is going to be a big deal where you would have to cancel any plans for the end of the week. And this is going to set us up for a gorgeous weekend ahead. 58 tonight, partly cloudy, comfortable. Again, not a lot of humidity for July. It's really not that bad. Good sleeping weather. 81 tomorrow. A little bit of fog to start, then a mix of sun and clouds. Humidity stays down. A shower or thunderstorm Friday. Look at the weekend, just perfect. Full sunshine both days, 79, 80, no humidity. It's just great. And the next chance of a shower or thunderstorm comes in here, Sabrina, on Tuesday afternoon. So we're just cruising here. We haven't had to deal with a lot of heat or humidity. Realistically, yesterday, a weekday, rain, not a big deal, not a lot of bad weekend days. So things are shaping up pretty good so far.
Yeah, not so bad, I have to say. All right. You said we're going to talk to Bob in a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. We'll check in with you guys again in a few moments. Some other news we're taking a look at right now in Albany County Court. A man accused of murder is on trial. The jury was just seated in this case. 55-year-old Paul Barbaratano is accused of killing a woman in 2019. The jury was seated. Opening arguments took place this morning. Witnesses are being called as we speak. The woman killed, Nicole Jennings, was found dead in an apartment on Breviter Street in 2019. Barbaratano has insisted that the death was an accident. He has rejected plea offers in this case. A heads up, if you are near the UAlbany campus this afternoon and you see a lot of police cars, emergency vehicles, they are holding a drill over there, an active shooter drill. So emergency crews are practicing while students are away. Most students are away for summer break. The training today goes until 4 o'clock. It then resumes tomorrow. It's from noon to 8 tomorrow. And new today, new laws now on the books in New York State requiring all airports across the state to provide space for new moms to breastfeed their babies. News Channel 13 reached out to Albany Airport to find out what their protocol is, and a spokesperson got back to us saying that they have had space for years for this. First in a women's restroom, then in a private conference room, and then about a year ago, they opened up this, what you see on your screen right now, a private pod, so to speak, to for nursing moms so that they are able to nurse their babies in public. So we wanted to touch base with Bob one more time because we got, Bob, a lot of messages from people, as we said yesterday, while you were away, people just wondering where you were, worried about you. And then after your return yesterday, my goodness, you're the most popular thing in the capital region right now.
No, I don't know about that. The popular thing has been the good weather, which we've been talking about. People have been commenting to me and our viewers that we've had a great start to summer. It has been. We haven't had any high heat. It hasn't been any drenching rain for the most part. So summer started off very well weather-wise with sunshine. We've got another great weekend on tap. We've had, I think this might be the third weekend in a row that's looked really dry and sunny. So more good news coming out of the Weather Center this afternoon, Sabrina.
Okay. And Bob, a lot of people are thrilled that you're back. A lot of people are wondering where you were. But the point is that you were doing well. Yes. And that you were with us and we missed you. So we're so happy that you're here back with us.
Well, thank you. Thank to the viewers who have commented and written in email and Facebook and certainly all the team here. Good to be back and doing something that I love to do.
All right, Bob. We'll see you live at 4. Thank you for chatting with us.
Thank you, Sabrina.
That is it for our 13 Now afternoon update on this July 6th. We'll see you on air starting live at 4.